I got another video or email talking about strength in the martial arts. He said, this person says, do bigger muscles equal greater strength equal greater power? Not necessarily, like, just because the muscle's bigger doesn't mean that it's going to equal greater power, you know. It doesn't necessarily even mean that it's going to mean greater strength either. So when you're talking about, it's about efficiency. So if you're lifting weights, it should be pound for pound, like how many weights, how much you could lift. That's what's important. It's not about how big you are. So you shouldn't be like measuring your chest or like measuring your bicep or measuring your legs. It's not about that. That's not martial arts. It's about efficiency. So you need to be able to lift more weight according to your weight. Then that's gonna be efficient. So if you could you know, say you could curl like say you could do 150 pounds curling 10 times and you weigh 150 pounds, then that's great. That's really efficient, you know, because you could curl your own weight 10 times. But say you weigh 200 pounds and you could do 150 10 times. You weigh 200 pounds, you do a curl 150, that's not nearly as efficient as somebody who's weighing 150, curling 150 10 times. You understand? So say you could bench press your own weight 50 times. That's really impressive. You know, that's good. But if you can only bench press your own weight like 10 times, that's not as good as the guy that could do it 50 times. Alright, so it's just kind of like similar to somebody that could do 100 push-ups in a row compared to somebody that could only do like 20 in a row. You know, so calisthenic exercises are very relevant to the martial arts, and so are weight training, but you have to weight train in the proper way. It's not just about like lifting as much as you can and that's it. It's about lifting as much as you can according to your weight. Then that's going to aim towards efficiency for the martial arts. So, like bodybuilders and powerlifters that have really big muscles, that's not proficient and efficient for the martial arts, because the extra big muscle it ends up weighing them down, like almost like it doesn't even matter if it's muscle or fat. The fact of the matter is it's weighing them down. Okay, so for example, like if you have a bag of books and you put it in your backpack, it's weighing you down. You put 10 pounds of books in your backpack, it's weighing you down. You put 10 pounds of diamonds in your backpack, it's still weighing you down. 10 pounds is still 10 pounds. You know, so if that muscle is not efficient for combat, it's gonna weigh you down. It's gonna basically restrict your power, because power is basically strength and speed combined. So if you have so much strength but you don't have any speed because that strength is weighing you down, it's not going to be efficient. It's just point blank. You know what I mean? There has to be that balance. You know, bodybuilders are not balanced. I mean, all their focus is on the strength. It's like maybe like 100% of their focus is on strength. None of it is on speed. Now, in order to balance out that strength, rather than spending so much time lifting weights, they need to spend more time doing calisthenics and also kicking and punching and stretching. If they don't do the stretching, if they don't do the kicking and punching, and they don't do the calisthenics, their body's not going to be built for the martial arts. It's just going to be built for pushing weight. And that's different type of body development than what martial artists do. Martial artists have to balance everything out, and that's the way that they're going to achieve their maximum potential of generating power. In addition to proper technique in the combative training, That's very important as well. It all comes into play. So the martial artist body type is not going to be like huge. It's not going to be like a bodybuilder or like a power lifter. It's just not. Look at the great martial artists that I recommend, the famous ones that I recommend people to look up to. Bruce Lee, Jet Li, and Tony Jaa. None of them are big like bodybuilders or powerlifters. None of them. They're small and compact and very efficient and fast, you know, but at the same time very strong. So it's more of a balance. Let me see. And you know, this person says, I know you don't like Muay Thai, but I see how skinny and vicious they are. Well, the thing about it is though, Thailand is a poor country, and not the only reason they're skinny, I'd say, is lack of nutrition, lack of money. But if they had more nutrition and their muscles are even like more dense because it's filled with nutrition, and because they eat more, now their children are bigger and they grow taller, or they grow taller and they get bigger and stronger, they're going to be even more vicious. This is point blank. It's like compared like a 10th grader that's highly athletic compared to like somebody who's you know, like 25 that's highly athletic. I mean, basically, like, the bigger you are, as long as you're efficient, you're gonna be at a higher level. You know, because your body is just like highly efficient. You know, it's just size does make a difference. If you have a lot of nutrition, you eat a lot of food, and you exercise the right way, you're gonna be vicious. You know, it's not that skinny people can't be like good at fighting, but weight classes make a big, you know, not weight classes, but people that weigh more, that are properly developed, they're an extremely dangerous force. So meaning if somebody's coming at me and they're weighing 100 pounds, I'm weighing 150, and I'm highly efficient and he's highly efficient, he's in big trouble. Because I weigh 150 and he only weighs 100. So there's going to be a big problem there. Because I got 50 pounds on this person. And the person would clearly not be as strong as me. And we're both highly efficient. This person would have to be extremely fast to even like have a chance at all. If he's not faster than me, he has no chance. You know, this is what I'm saying, is if we're both highly efficient. You know, so basically, the only reason they're skinny in Thailand is because they don't got money. They don't got money to eat like they do in America. You know, and now this person's saying a lot of the Taekwondo and karate people who split tables and stones with their bare hands are more lean than buff. Real martial artists are going to be more like I said, the body type of like efficient muscle development. Like, it's not like a big bicep like this where you can't move. I mean, it's something that's flexible and moving and yielding, but at the same time you got a lot of strength. Real martial artist is somebody that could do. It's like almost like a body type, like almost like a gymnast. Almost like a gymnast, like, but just something where it's not too big and bulky. Too big and bulky is not for martial arts. That's for something else. It might be for bodybuilding, powerlifting, football, but it's not for martial arts. It's something different. And now this person's saying Shaolin monks are not particularly big. No, they're not, and that's another thing. It goes back to the Thailand thing. They don't eat enough food. So poor nutrition is not gonna make you a better martial artist. Shaolin monks and the people in Thailand, they don't have enough food to eat. They're poor. And Shaolin monks might only eat like once a day. How efficient are you gonna be just eating once a day? So basically, if you don't have that much food to eat, you're not going to be as efficient as you can be than compared to somebody that has really good nutrition. So nutrition plays a huge factor in it. Okay, now they say, I do however notice that their muscles are extremely taut and well defined. There's some strange physics going on there. Can you please illuminate what kind of strength is most relevant to the martial arts training? As I stated, calisthenic training is extremely relevant, and then weightlifting is very important as well, but you gotta weightlift in the proper manner, and you should gauge your strength according to your body weight. So don't be happy or so excited just because you could bench press more weight. No, it's gotta be like more weight according to your weight. So as long as you have that in perspective, then your training should be geared towards the martial arts, and you have to basically realize that like martial arts training is non-restrictive movements. All sorts of bench pressing and calisthenics becomes restrictive movements. So like bench press is just like this, military press is just like this, pull-ups is just like this. That's important, but punching and kicking just goes at so many different angles that you just cannot, like lifting weights and calisthenics cannot replicate that. So you gotta kick and punch constantly. If you don't do it, then the muscles are not gonna be built towards that. And then when you weight train, you need to train according to your weight. And focus your goals according to your weight, not just based on getting bigger or lifting more. Okay? It's not about getting bigger, it's not about lifting more. It's about getting stronger for your weight. No matter if you use weights or you don't use weights. That's what you need to do. So that will promote more of an efficient muscle development that's basically designed for the martial arts. Okay? So that's the end of that question. This person's got a couple more questions, and I'll answer that in another video.